welcome to another episode of Francisco After Dark. And on this week's episode, we will be discussing college life along with music with the very special, very talented Alex Hill, indie guru, to the Batcave. Now, without any further ado, the man who needs no introduction, but I gave him to, the indie guru, UCR's very own, Alex Hill.
Thank you everybody. Wow, it's a great crowd you got here, man. Thanks for having me.
It's a private studio.
Oh, man, handsome crowd, I gotta say.
Alright, let's start the show.
Happy to be here. I'm a big fan.
It's pretty late.
It is actually after dark. Like,
Yep.
This is like 1 in the morning right here.
Almost dawn.
It's true.
Now let's begin. So, I understand that besides being a university student from Riverside,
Yeah.
you are also a radio host.
That's right. I have a show on KUCR, 88.3 FM, on Wednesdays from 2 to 3 p.m. And, I try to, play some indie rock, maybe some older stuff, I try to hit all demographics, if you will. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a good time.
I understand that you have a really good music taste. I know this because I've known you for a really long time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
And
it.
I like that you mix up the indie with some Kanye every now and then.
Yeah.
We all need that.
Absolutely. I mean, the world does not have enough Kanye West in it. I mean, and I'm sure he'd agree with that, wouldn't you say?
Yes, he would.
He's
He would.
all about, Kanye West is all about himself, and I think we should celebrate that.
Amen to that.
But yeah.
Now, tell me about the college life. How's that?
It's good. It's going well. I'm in my 3rd year, and
Close to graduating?
yeah, no, I've got less than a year.
Nice.
And I'll have my BA in English. So, yeah, I'd go to school for the rest of my life if I could.
So Asher Rock was right.
I
We
love
all love college?
I love college. You know that music video?
Yeah, you were in it?
Picture perfect. I mean, like, that's like art imitating life right there.
Keg stand?
All day.
Ooh,
All day, every day.
wow.
I know.
That's pretty amazing.
I know. It is.
Now, I know that you're into a lot of good music, like I said
Yeah.
before, and you've seen a lot of the bands that you play live.
Yeah.
Which one would you say is the best?
Oh gosh. Probably last year I saw Jeff Mangum from Neutral Milk Hotel, and that was probably the best because he's a very kind of reclusive character. He doesn't, after Neutral Milk Hotel kind of broke into the indie scene in the late 90s, he couldn't deal with the fame, relative fame, and he literally like dropped off the face of the earth. And a couple years ago he resurfaced, and he said he was going to be going on tour, and so this was like big news. And I was fortunate enough to see him perform in LA last year, and it was amazing. I mean, it was just him with a guitar, and he absolutely like dominated this huge theater with like thousands of people, and just him and a guitar. It was.
Where was it at?
The Orpheum
Oh,
in downtown LA.
nice.
Yeah, it was. That's a little rough neighborhood, but I can hang. And yeah, it was a great time.
Don't let those nice looks fool you, folks. Alex Hill's a dangerous man.
Hey, you heard it here first.
Now, Coachella has unleashed the set list.
Oh, I saw that.
Did
Yeah.
you see that? Yes.
That's,
What'd you think about it?
I have kind of mixed feelings about it, honestly, because I don't know about you, but I thought last year's lineup was a little bit stronger. Like, they had the Bon Ivers, they had I don't even remember. So Jeff Mangum was actually at Coachella last year. And yeah, this year, I mean, like I'm not a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, and I know that they're headlining, and I look forward to your letters about that. But yeah, I didn't. None of them really grabbed me.
I never really liked the headliners.
Yeah.
I like the opening bands more.
Yeah.
Such as Grizzly Bear, they're gonna be playing this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, Grizzly Bear. Yeah.
That's a really cool thing.
I'm a Grizzly Bear fan. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, like you said, there are kind of like smaller bands that are very good who are playing there, but the headliners were they were underwhelming a little bit. I thought. That's just my humble opinion. I was more excited last year. Let's put it that way. I wanted to go more last year. Are the Strokes playing this year? Or were they last year?
I'm pretty sure they were last year, but
I don't remember.
Whenever they get back together.
Oh, they released a new track. Did you hear it?
No, I haven't gotten the chance. How was it?
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. But I heard that they released it. So.
Nice.
Check it out.
Now, we're almost running out of time here, so before we end the show, I want to ask you a few questions. Okay. Starting with, if you had to choose one band to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I have to pick a band that has a lot of music, because I wouldn't want to get bored. Probably Pink Floyd, because
way out there.
They have a lot of music, and it's very kind of psychedelic, and I feel like if I could only have one type of music to play for the rest of my life, I would go insane. So I feel like that music would kind of fit, you know, like the psychedelic would kind of match up with my kind of deteriorating mental state.
That was not the type of answer I was expecting, but it sure is a really distinguished one.
I appreciate
surprised. That's really cool.
I appreciate it. It's a hard question.
I don't know how I would answer that, to be honest.
The world may never know.
And another one. Favorite Lord of the Rings movie / book from the trilogy, excluding The Hobbit, because if
that's
we read them. We all read The Hobbit.
Yeah, you know that. 5th grade. Come on. Let's go with the program. Favorite. I'd have to say Return of the King, honestly. People said that, even the theatrical version, people said that the theatrical version was too long, but I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. And the extended version, of course, was delicious.
I enjoyed all 5 hours of it.
Exactly. Me too.
If only I could.
What's your favorite?
Mine, I'd have to say the Two Towers.
Really?
Yes.
See, that's usually people's least favorite. Usually it goes Return of the King, Fellowship, Two Towers.
Mine is the Two Towers, Return of the King, then the Fellowship.
Really?
Yeah.
So why the Two Towers?
Why the Two Towers? Because I feel like that was when they were going to the climax. That was when they were going it. The Fellowship left it off really nicely for it to just mold together.
Yeah.
And that's what I really liked with the tree beards and all that stuff.
Yeah, tree beards.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And on a totally unrelated note, what's your favorite book of all time?
Oh, goodness. Favorite book of all time. I don't know. It changes. Seems like it changes every week, you know. I read so much for school, you know. Right now, well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to cop out and say I'm reading a really good book right now called Ubik. U-B-I-K. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What's that about?
It's a science fiction book about kind of like telepathy, and it's almost X-Men-ish because people have different powers, you know? Like some people can offset other people's powers, and there are like these kind of mini wars and things like that. It's really cool. So
Like some supernatural stuff.
absolutely, yeah, and it's really interesting. So at the moment, I'm really into that book. So,
I'm reading Looking for Alaska right now.
yeah,
Great book so far.
I never,
Recommend it to
Definitely.
all of you. And the final question: why is Francisco Amaro single?
Why is Francisco Amaro single? You know, I just don't think that the ladies are ready for you yet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know that old saying, "It's not me, it's you." That's what you're going through right now.
Most definitely.
You are not the problem.
I will most likely edit this part out, but if I do, leave it in. You all heard it from the man himself. It's you, ladies.
Put my name on it, date it, sign it. Do what you gotta do.
All right, final part of the show. I want to have the guest here sign a board that says, "I was a guest on the After Dark show with Francisco Amaro, and all I got to do was sign this board."
All right.
Kind of like my prom night.
Definitely.
Anyway.
Where do you want me to sign it?
Wherever you want.
Does it have to be big, or you want it to be small?
That's what she said, dude. Just answer the question yourself.
Well, are other people going to be writing on this?
Yeah, more future guests.
Okay. With love, Alex Hill.
Alright, that wraps up today's show. I'll chill, everybody.
Thank you
Alex.
for having me.
Yeah.
Man, crowd's going wild.
Thank you. That's it.
Thanks for having me.